I am particularly interested in the technical interoperability, how we build a digital twin. I'm a computer scientist, but I'm an interdisciplinary researcher these days. And, you know, we all must recognize that this is a socio-technical activity. It's got to work for people as well as just work technically. Just, you know, when you think of what happened in Storm Eunice on Friday, a lot of organizations have got to exchange data about where there are problems, what the workarounds are. And it's so important for the UK and for the world that we develop the connected digital twin ecosystem and learn from each other best practice in building digital twins, and learn from each other how best to interoperate for the good of society.
So what these papers have done very usefully for us is to give us a language that we can all use when talking about digital twins and information management and then connecting digital twins. And I think also it will help us to have a sort of single source of the truth at this particular point in time. So obviously recognising that they are going to go on a journey and they will continue to evolve, but now it gives us somewhere that we can all look to.
What I think the papers do also very well is set out the landscape for what still needs to be done to build on those foundations. You know, the work that CDBB has done has been brilliant, but the journey is not over, and we still all need to keep collaborating strongly to make sure that this vision becomes a reality, and that we continue to build momentum in what we've been doing. So that involves, you know, people on the client side who are involved in the infrastructure client group. It involves people in the supply chain. It involves those of us who work in academia. And I think the urgency for this is only underwritten by some of the bigger challenges that we're facing in the world. So the journey to net zero cannot be achieved without good data and good digitalization. You know, if we can't measure it, we can't improve it, we can't know we're making progress. The challenges around resilience of our infrastructure and our built environment, the challenges around the needs for changing use, all of these things really will be facilitated hugely by better and improved digitalization across our sector. And the Gemini papers really set the agenda for how we need to continue to work together to do that. So congratulations to everyone involved in writing them. I was not involved in writing them, I was just involved in reading them, which was a pleasurable thing to do.
The papers, or the principles within the Gemini papers, you know, create alignment and keep us focused firmly on the objective, which is where and what we all need to work very closely to, is where possible. And we know that data has a limited value when isolated. So going back to other people's comments, collaboration is the key. And we must recognize that connection between high quality data and data sharing and will add value. And these papers support that collaboration, coordination and alignment in a social technology framing and build a strong ecosystem, connect those digital twins.
We all want to roll up our sleeves and collaborate and make this journey happen. It's clear that we all think it's a socio-technical challenge rather than just a technical challenge, that people and the planet are at the heart of why we're doing this and what we do. And that there is a real wish to pick up the Gemini papers and use them in the future to take on that leadership and create something bigger and better with that learning. And that for me is what it was all about. So really chuffed to hear that.
One of the things with the ICG, we have Project 13, and in Project 13 we talk about capable owners. So we don't actually talk about clients, we don't talk about, we try not to have that sort of hierarchical parent-child thing. We try and say you're a capable owner, and what's the job of the capable owner? The job of the capable owner is to articulate those outcomes, and it's actually a responsibility. So because they're at the centre, that cog in the middle, and so therefore they have that opportunity to spread the outcomes throughout the whole system. I didn't feel we could move on without mentioning Credo, the climate resilience demonstrator, because I mean, for me, that is the start of the National Digital Twin. So I believe that we've already kicked it off. And also because it's 4 of the clients that are involved in the Digital Transformation Task Group. So it's Anglian Water, UK Power Networks and Openreach. And then obviously the Environment Agency have been involved. But what's so amazing about Credo is that it's cross-sector. So as far as I'm aware, it's the first one, I think, in the world, I'm going to say, where it's going across sectors. So they've shared it. So they've picked a use case, and it's about flooding and how they can respond to that. And they've shared data that they would never have been allowed to share. They found a way to do it.
We're not going to get perfect tomorrow, but we do have things already out there that are working, that are doing it. There's more work to be done. So it's not a case of disappear into your back row and get it all done and bring out the final solution. It's about working with what we have. It's about making those incremental improvements while still looking at that big picture. So I suppose the summary is it's already happening, and it will evolve to be a bigger thing over time.